Going on, guys? Let's get into these match ratings for last night's game, Brighton versus Manchester United EFL Cup. Dean Henderson, been waiting to see him for a bit. Obviously I watched him against Luton, but I want him to play in the league now, and I think yesterday's performance has done enough for him he should be starting, in my opinion. I think De Gea, last couple games has been okay, but Henderson deserves his chance, in my opinion. Did one world-class save last night, so I'd like to see Henderson for the weekend against Spurs. Henderson, I gave a 7 out of 10. As I said, one world-class save, which sort of bumped it above average for me. Didn't have a whole lot to do, but when called upon, he was there. Dalot, someone that I want to be given more of a chance. I don't think he was great last night. I thought he was just above average with a 6. But he didn't really have a great game either, so I know he's more capable of better performances than last night, but I haven't been impressed with Wan-Bissaka. So yes, Wan-Bissaka's probably better defensively, but he hasn't been recently. So I'd like to see Dalot be given a chance, even if we are getting rid of him. Play him in some more games. Eric Bailly, a positive note. I thought he was one of the players of the game for me, which I wasn't expecting. He always seems a bit up in the air with like rash decisions during games, and can't always count on him. But last night you really could, and I was pleased and impressed by him last night. I gave him an 8 out of 10. Thought he was commanding at the back. Lindelof, I mean, for the McTominay header, if you watch the replay, Bay nearly takes McTominay out trying to head the ball as well. So, but I love that because he wants to get to that ball. So I like that. Lindelof, 7. A lot of people were moaning about him again, but I don't think he did too much wrong, to be honest, in that game. I think Bay definitely was stronger, but Lindelof, I didn't think he did too much wrong. Wasn't outstanding, but I give him a 7. Brandon Williams did give the ball away a bit, but I also felt he was one of the few that was trying to make things happen more, and he was getting forward a lot more. But it's just he's too one-footed. He needs to be at right back. Can't keep playing him at left back. I don't want to keep seeing that. It's just, I've spoke about it before in other ones, so won't go too much into that. But I actually thought he had one of the better games I've seen from him, even with the mistakes. So a 7 for Williams. Scott McTominay, a 7. A lot of people were saying that he was average or below average. Look, he's a young kid. He does lose the ball a lot, but I felt he took his goal well with a header. And I don't think he did too much wrong. He did give the ball away quite a bit, but other than that, we didn't get punished for it. So I'm going to give him a 7. Fred, 7 as well. I thought Fred trying to make things happen, but he passes the ball back a lot, and I'd like to see him go forward more. But I thought his technique on the ball was good. Nothing outstanding from Fred, but I thought I'd give 7 to McTominay as well, but I'd say Fred's got a better 7, like a higher 7, because I think he was a bit better than Scott, but I'll give them both a 7, but Fred a bit more, just a bit better. Van der Beek, I thought he was pretty quiet at times. Nice little flick for one of the goals to Mata, I believe it was. But I need him more involved, but that's going to come with more game time. So 7 for Donny. Dan James, average. Well, just above average. I gave him a 6. He wasn't really in the game a lot, but I felt like his effort was there. So that's why I've given him an average, or just above average. Always one that tries a lot harder than the others, I think, even if the quality isn't necessarily there. Took a bit of a wild shot at one point. But I like to see that because the effort's there, as I said. So 6 for James. Juan Mata, he was my player of the game, man. Man of the match for me. Quality. He even broke free on a sprint, and he's not got any pace anymore. So I was impressed with Mata a lot. The set piece for McTominay, and just his passing and his involvements. It was a bit like the old Mata for me. Yes, you can argue it's against lesser players in their reserve team, but you still got to play your opposition that you put up against. And for me, he was quality. So Mata got man of the match for me. I give him an 8. Igalo, terrible again. The last performance I saw him against Luton, he was terrible. There was a point where he tried to do a 1-2 with Van der Beek, and he couldn't keep up with it. Van der Beek's there waiting for the comeback with the second pass, and it's like his brain can't fathom it. So and he's just no presence up front. He loses the ball a lot, and compared to Martial, like it's night and day. So a 2 for Ighalo for me. Pogba, Rashford and Lingard all come on as subs. I thought Pogba was playing a lot higher up, which was good to see. Got lucky with a free kick, got deflected in the wall from the free kick and went in. But you need that luck sometimes. He doesn't always get a lot of luck, Pogba. So I was glad to see him get a goal. Rashford also, I thought he was positive when he come on. So Pogba and Rashford I give 7s to. Lingard got a 6 for me. I thought he was a lot better against Luton, but obviously he had a lot more time to play. He come on very late in this game, so it wasn't terrible, but didn't really affect the game in any way, really. So it gets a 6 for me. And Ollie, I'll give him a 7, which is one of the highest I've given him so far out of the ratings, possibly the highest. Simply because we got 3 goals. They may have come late again, 2 of them, but I thought the performance was a lot better than the Luton game in this game, with lesser players again. So the performance level was up, the energies were up on the whole, the energy levels. So overall, I was pretty pleased. Again, though, the subs are a little bit late for me, but overall, a lot better from Ollie in this game for me. 3-0 Manchester United. Let me know your ratings in the comments, guys, on what you thought of the game, or if your team played. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll be back for the weekend game with Spurs, man. Have a good weekend anyway, guys, and I'll speak to you then.